Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel again. So this is Cloud Institution. We are the best cloud training institution in Bangalore. Okay, we are offering various cloud trainings for AWS, Azure, and GCP, and Terraform, and Kubernetes, Dockers, and there are various, the advanced trainings we are offering. So today in this video, we're going to see about one of the real-time interview question on EC2 instance, remote file operations. Okay, so what is remote file operations? Okay, so the interviewer may ask you some kind of a questions like, so some different, so how do you log into the remote, uh, the remote session of your EC2 instance, and how do you create the files remotely? Okay, so without logging into your instances. So one of the very interesting question recently we are facing is that, okay, so the question is how to create a files and folders without logging into the EC2 instance. Okay, so the question is like, so I wanted to create a files and folders, but I do not want to log into my machine. Is it possible? So just imagine, okay, I wanted to create some kind of a files, or I want to delete some files. Okay, but I don't have time to log into the server, but I have access to the server. Okay, so how to do that one? So this is kind of this is the same exact way how Ansible is operating. So if you just see how Ansible is operating, okay, so you can just check that how Ansible is working, right? So Ansible is working based on some kind of a remote operations, right? So the interviewer may try to make you understand that how are you able to automate some kind of a, so your EC2 instances, for example, if the log directory is getting so much higher, for example, if your EC2 instance is getting so much of logs, how do you clear the logs every day automatically, right? So you should not logging in and you should not be deleting all this stuff. Okay, you have to be doing it remotely, but you don't want to log into that machine, and then you don't want to do it manually. Okay, so the answer for this questions will be, okay, use remote SSH login with .pem key and give the remote command that you need to pass in at the end, right? So this is what exactly the steps what we are going to do. So let's dive into the demo. Okay, so now here I'm in the my AWS console. Okay, I don't have any other instances. Now I'm going to launch instance. The instance name is going to be cloud institution hyphen institution. Okay, the VM. I'm just giving the name called cloud institution VM, right? So I'm just going to create an Amazon Linux image, and then I'm going to create instance type as a default t2.micro instance and the key pair. So the key pair, what I'm going to do is that the cloud institution Mumbai key. Okay, this is what the key pair I'm going to use. So I wanted to check whether I already have a key pair in my local or not. Okay, as you can see here in my local, I already downloaded this key pair, which is cloud institution Mumbai hyphen key. Okay, so because I'm in a Mumbai region, I've downloaded this key called cloud institution Mumbai hyphen key. Okay, so this key is very, very important for us as part of this video, right? So I've enabled SSH traffic from anywhere because I want to do a remote operation and I want that SSH traffic to be enabled. Okay, so then only you'll be able to do the remote operations. So I'm giving 8 GB have a EBS volume storage. Now I'm giving launch instance. Okay, so this instance should be ready within a fraction of seconds, right? So I already got this instance ready, so I'm clicking on this instance. Okay, so now just for the operations, right? I just want to log into this instance from the from the AWS console, and then I'm going to create the some files and folders from my own terminal. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Okay, so now I'm going to log into this machine. Okay, click on this. Okay, it's establishing connection. So I have already got the public IP address of this machine. Okay, so before doing anything, I wanted to try it out from a local machine that will I be able to SSH into this machine or not. Okay, so now I'm able to SSH into this machine, and I'm going back to my instance, my laptop, and then I'm going to do SSH hyphen I. Okay, the EC2 user EC2 hyphen user at the rate IP address. I wanted to see whether I have an access to it or not. Okay, so sorry, I've given SSH hyphen I, and I have to give the key. Okay, so the key is going to be the cloud institution PEM key. Okay, it's cloud institution Mumbai.pem key. I'm going to see whether I'm able to log in or not. Okay, so now I have an access to this machine. Okay, so here you can see the EC2 user IP 172.31.3.3-191, and you should be seeing the same thing over here. Okay, so both the machines are same. So now what I do, I'm going to log out from this machine. Okay, here's the exit. Okay, now it's all good. So if you can see here, I'm currently in this folder. Okay, so pwd, if you can do pwd, I'm in /home EC2 folder. If you want to create some files and folders over here, okay, in this folder, I want to create some files. Okay, how do you do that? You can do mkdir and then some file name. Okay, so now I don't want to do like this. I want to do it remotely, just like how Ansible is doing, right? So it won't be able to. It's the Ansible is not will not SSH into this machine, but it will be running commands remotely. So we also want to try something like that. Okay, so now I'm going back here. I'm going back to the I'm giving the command again, ssh-i, the cloud institution pem.key ec2 user at the rate, and then the public IP address of this one is going to be this one, right? Now what I'm going to do is that I'm just giving a space, and then I'm going to make mkdir, and then I'm going to copy this folder /home ec2 user, and then I'm just creating a folder called cloud-institution. Okay, so now let's see what's going to be happening. Okay, so it is not giving any output. Okay, just that is logging in. But if you can go back and see here that the one folder will be created. Previously there is no files created. Okay, now it's creating one folder. Now if you want to create a file, now what I have to do, I'm going to do instead of mkdir, I'm going to give a command called touch, and okay, I'm going to give cloud institution.txt. It's going to be the file is going to be creating for us now. So in a fraction of seconds it's got created. Okay, now if you can see ls, now as you can see here, it's got created. So this is how you'll be able to create files and folders from remotely. But not only that, are we able to delete all these folders remotely? So the main purpose of this one, as I mentioned with you, so if you're running a EC2 instances, right? So if you're running some applications, that application might increase the logs, from your in your machines. So what you have to do is that you have to do automatically. You have to do some kind of automation script to delete the logs regularly. You can also write some kind of a cron jobs to delete this particular, so this particular log directory every day. Okay, so if you want to delete this particular folder remotely, what I have to do? Again, I have to do the same command, but in this time, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give, instead of touch, what I'm going to do, I'm doing rm. Okay, so rm is going to be the command to delete this file. Okay, if I do rm, it'll remove my file here. If you can see here, this file is there. I'm going to see this one. Okay, that file has been removed. Okay, similarly, I'm going to delete my, the folder. But if you want to delete the folder, it's not going to work, right? Because it's the directory. It is not going to be giving a successful rate for each and every commands. So what you have to do is that you have to do a rm-rf. So you have to be very, very strong in Linux. Okay, so basically me as a person, I'm very, very strong in Linux, and I'm very, very strong in AWS and Azure and Terraform, and I'm very strong in various technologies. So that is the reason why I'm able to do all these things, so on the fly. So I'm just entering it. Now it's working. So now if you can go back and see this, okay, it has been deleted. So this is the, the best way of executing your commands remotely without logging into your machine. Okay, so basically what it is doing is that is actually logging into your machine, is deleting it, but it is not actually going into the shell. Okay, it's creating a, login, and then it's doing it, but it's doing remotely. It is the exact way the Ansible, if the Ansible is working to automate some of your operations. Okay, so now, so that's it from this video. Hope you understand this, and hope this video was really helpful for you to prepare your interviews. Okay, so if your interviewer is asking something like this, then you should be able to answer in properly. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to enroll for any courses, please go to thecloudinstitution.com and then see all the courses available, and reach out to us on this number if you want to enroll for any courses. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. I see you again in the next video.